Have you ever pondered the fascinating story of whiskey? It's a tale that takes us back thousands of years to the ancient civilizations of Babylon and Ireland. Back then, it wasn't your go-to drink for a nightcap or a celebratory toast. No, whiskey's original role was a tad more medicinal. It was believed to cure a myriad of ailments, from the common cold to more serious diseases. Over the centuries, the process of making whiskey underwent significant evolution. The early distillation methods were crude and rudimentary, with the spirit often being distilled in open-air copper pots. But as time went on, distillers began to refine their techniques, leading to the sophisticated processes we see today. This evolution didn't just transform how whiskey was made, but also its taste and texture, bringing us the complex and rich flavors we relish today. And so, from humble beginnings as a medicinal concoction, whiskey began its journey to becoming the drink of choice for many. Whiskey isn't just a drink, it's a craft, an art form that requires precision and patience. The journey of whiskey begins with the careful selection of grains. Barley, corn, rye, wheat, each contributes its own unique flavors and characteristics to the final spirit. The grains are harvested, cleaned, and prepared for the next step, malting. Here the grains are soaked in water and allowed to germinate. This process releases enzymes that convert the grain's starches into fermentable sugars. Once germination is complete, the grains are dried and crushed to create a coarse flour known as grist. Next comes fermentation. The grist is mixed with hot water in a mash tun to extract the sugars, resulting in a sweet liquid called wort. Yeast is added to the wort, and the miracle of fermentation begins. The yeast feasts on the sugars, producing alcohol and carbon dioxide. This concoction, now known as wash, is essentially a type of beer, albeit a very strong one. Now, the artistry of distillation takes center stage. The wash is heated in a copper still. The alcohol vapors rise through the neck of the still and are collected and cooled in a condenser. This process is usually repeated, with the second distillation separating the alcohol into three parts: the head, the heart, and the tail. It's the heart, the middle cut, that becomes whiskey. The spirit then embarks on a journey of maturation. It's transferred into oak casks, where it will rest, often for many years. This is no idle slumber though. The whiskey interacts with the wood, drawing out flavors and color. It also breathes in the air around it, adding a layer of terroir to its character. The difference between malt and grain whiskey lies primarily in the type of grain used and the distillation process. Malt whiskey is made from malted barley and distilled in pot stills, while grain whiskey can be made from a variety of grains and is usually distilled in a continuous column still. The process of whiskey making is a testament to the patience and craftsmanship of its makers. From grain to glass, it's a journey of transformation, a symphony of time, nature, and human ingenuity. Whiskey has come a long way from its ancient origins, hasn't it? From humble beginnings, this amber spirit has carved out a significant niche in today's bustling beverage industry. Whiskey is not merely a drink, it's a culture, a lifestyle even, celebrated in swanky soirees and quiet evenings alike. It's in the hands of the suave socialite, the contemplative artist, the spirited youth, and the seasoned connoisseur. Modern mixology has embraced whiskey as a versatile star, elevating classic cocktails and inspiring inventive creations. The old-fashioned, the whiskey sour, the Manhattan. These aren't just drinks, they're experiences, each telling a story in every sip. The rise of craft distilleries has further enriched the whiskey landscape. Names like Macallan, Yamazaki, and Pappy Van Winkle have become synonymous with excellence. And let's not forget the most expensive bottle ever sold, a Macallan 1926, fetching a staggering price of over $1.9 million. Whiskey, a simple grain spirit, has captured the hearts and palates of millions around the globe. Every whiskey lover has their own unique relationship with this golden spirit. It's a journey of discovery and adoration, an exploration of taste and tradition that varies from person to person, creating a beautiful tapestry of experiences. This journey is the essence of the whiskey experience. The beauty of whiskey lies in its diversity. From the smoky, peat-infused Scotch of the Scottish Highlands to the sweet, corn-based bourbon of Kentucky, there's a flavor for every palate. The various types and brands of whiskey offer a world of flavors, each with its own unique character and charm. It's like a symphony of tastes playing on your tongue, with each note revealing a new facet of this splendid spirit. And so, we encourage you to embark on your own whiskey journey. Explore the myriad flavors, find your favorite, and create your own unique whiskey story. But what about you? Do you enjoy whiskey? What's your favorite? Did you know that America has its own unique type of whiskey? That's right, we're talking about bourbon, a distinctly American spirit that has become a beloved part of the country's cultural and culinary heritage. Bourbon, unlike other types of whiskey, is made primarily from corn, giving it a sweet and full-bodied flavor that sets it apart from its counterparts. The history of bourbon is as rich and varied as its flavor. It dates back to the 18th century, when settlers first began distilling a corn-based spirit in what is now known as Bourbon County, Kentucky. The unique climate and geography of this region lend bourbon its distinctive taste and character. Bourbon is known for its rich caramel and vanilla notes, balanced with the warmth of oak and a hint of spice. It's a complex and satisfying spirit that offers a unique twist on the traditional whiskey experience. So next time you're sipping on a whiskey, why not try a bourbon and taste the American spirit?